I'm going to explode. I'm going to explode. All right, so let me just explain what just happened. I filmed this twice before, and both times my files got corrupted. And so this is the third time that I'm filming it. I have never had this problem before. Anyway, so let's jump into it. So today we're talking about sound, and there are two main types of mics that I think every self-tape person should have if self-taping is what you usually do. And that is either a shotgun microphone or a Zoom H1 recorder. Which is an external recorder. So the differences between these two, if we jump right into the shotgun is something that fixes to the top of your camera, and it is really made to point in a specific direction and only get what is pointing in that direction. And you can think about this in ways of a cloud. Imagine the end of that microphone, and coming out of that is a very thin, hot air balloon shaped area. That is the only place that that mic is going to pick up sound, and that's why it's so good for self-tapes, is because you can point it at exactly who you want to record them, and it will only pick up them and their voice. The only way that you can use a shotgun microphone is if your camera has an input for it. This means that there is a mic input on the side of the camera with a 3.5mm input that connects to the microphone itself. If you don't have that, you're gonna have to go with the second option, which is an external recorder, which I recommend the Zoom H1. There are a lot of different kinds, but the Zoom H1 is probably the cheapest one that you're gonna find, and it works incredibly well. I've had mine for maybe like 5 to 6 years, and it has been through so much. So the differences about this one is, if the shotgun is a very thin hot air balloon, this one is a very wide balloon. With an external recorder, if you're going to use the mic that's on the external recorder, you're going to have to get it a lot closer to your subject than if you're using a shotgun mic. With an external microphone, you are recording to a separate SIM card, so you're going to have two files that you need to put together. With a shotgun microphone, you're going to have it all in one file. That's why I recommend a shotgun microphone more for beginners or people who are just doing self-tapes, because they just need to get one video, put it up, edit it, and get it out. Another thing is that if you have this external recorder, you don't want to put it right in front of the mouth, because if you put it right in front of the mouth, you're going to get a lot of plosive noises that push a bunch of air into the mic at one time, causing it to peak. So if I get close to this mic, and I start doing plosive noises, which means any noise that I have to build up pressure behind my mouth and then let go, it's going to push that air into the mic and cause it to peak. When you have an external recorder, try to aim it more at the neck, because that way the air will pass right over top of the mic and you will not get those plosive sounds. Shotgun microphones don't have this problem since they are usually so far back, and the air is usually dissipated by the time that it gets to the mic. Whether or not you're using a shotgun microphone or an external recorder, you're gonna have to deal with input level, and you're gonna have to deal with background noise. And the way that you determine what input level you should be at is really what you're recording. So for self-tapes, there's not really any set level that you need to be at. It's really the space that you're in, how loud your subject is. For both of these mics, the input level is shown by moving bars. And I'm sure you've seen these before, but usually it's a number scale and it goes all the way up to 0. You're trying to get it as close to 0 as possible without clipping. Clipping is when it goes above that 0 and it just ruins your audio. I'm going to show you what that sounds like right now. So this is clipping audio and it sounds awful, so I'm gonna stop. You don't want that to happen, because clipping audio you cannot get back. You cannot fix clipped audio. You can fix quiet audio by bringing it up and doing a little bit of editing tricks, but clipped audio is forever gone. You can never get it back. When you're looking at the input level, go through your performance, see where that bar is going to, and if it's clipping, bring it down a little bit. Another thing that you're gonna have to think about when dealing with sound is the noise in the room. So there's the thing called background noise, and it's basically just the ambient noise that's in the room itself. So if I'm quiet, you're gonna be able to hear a bunch of background noise. We wanna minimize that as much as possible. With the external recorder, if you have it back far enough, it's going to catch all of this background noise and just amplify it. So by bringing it closer and turning down the input level, you're getting rid of most of that background noise and isolating just the voice. With the shotgun microphone, since you're going in such a specific direction, you're only going to pick up what's right in front of that microphone. It still will pick up background noise, but it will be better at isolating your voice away from that background noise. There's a big debate on whether or not you should get a more expensive mic or a cheaper mic. To me, my opinion is that you can make a cheaper mic sound amazing. So my mic right here is about $20 to $30, but I can make it sound very similar to a $100 to $200 to $300 mic with just a little bit of editing. And for those editing tricks, I will cover that in the next video. All right, I think I covered everything. This is the third time I've done this. Let's hope that it goes through. Subscribe if you'd like. I'm gonna be putting a lot more videos out very soon. I was super nervous about the sound video specifically because sound is just not my forte. I think I found what works for me, but it took a while for me to get there and a lot more research than lighting and camera work. I will put links to different shotgun microphones and different external microphones down in the description below. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment below. I will answer them as soon as possible, and I can't wait to see y'all in the next video. I'm your average